What makes you think Trump will beat Biden this year when he lost to him in 2020?
Well, we know it was rigged.
Yeah.
That's why.
What evidence? What's your strongest piece of evidence for that?
They showed the videos of people hiding the ballots under the tables. They pulled them out. They threw all the Republicans out.
Trump brought all this evidence to 60 different courts, and all of those courts rejected him. Then he hired a team of forensic analysts to analyze the election results. They said there's no evidence of election fraud, so he fired them. So does that ever cross your mind?
No, I believe in Trump.
The problem is that people in his cabinet have repeatedly told him, do you guys trust Mike Pence at all?
No, I don't trust Mike Pence.
You don't trust Mike Pence? Okay.
No.
Even his Attorney General, Bill Barr, who was his sword and shield, came out saying there's not enough evidence fraud. You don't trust Bill Barr?
No.
You don't trust the FBI or the DOJ?
Are you kidding?
Are you kidding? Lady, are you kidding? Is that really your laugh? It's the billion-dollar question. How did someone like Donald Trump convince such a huge swath of America to believe his blatant lies? How does anyone accomplish anything? With practice.
Well, taking a look back shows us that Donald Trump has been laying the groundwork for this big lie, really, his entire political career. In fact, some say it all started more than 5 years ago. Caucus night, 2016 in Iowa, where Trump, faced with his first big loss in the primary season, tweeted, Ted Cruz didn't win Iowa. He illegally stole it. Trump would later delete the tweet. But even after he won the presidency, he blamed his massive popular vote loss on these mythical millions of people who voted illegally. And in fact, to back up this lie, the president tried to establish a voter fraud commission, which ended up quietly disbanding after finding no evidence of widespread fraud.
Did you hear that? The first time he ever lost something, he said, not I need to do better, but they cheated. And then after he actually won, thanks to a loophole called the Electoral College, he couldn't bear the fact that more people voted for the other person. And so what did he do? He said, even though I won, they cheated. And this time he puts together a commission. And that commission finds no evidence to support his claim. But as will become a trend going forward, he doesn't care. It's all about sowing the doubt. Case in point, remember what he said in the lead up to 2020 with mail-in ballots?
I think mail-in voting is going to rig the election. I really do. You're sending out hundreds of millions of universal mail-in ballots. Hundreds of millions. Where are they going? Who are they being sent to?
This is just a way they're trying to steal the election.
I love that question. Who are these going to? The voters. That's how the mail works. But sure enough, after he lost, what's the first thing he blamed?
If you count the legal votes, I easily win. If you count the illegal votes, they can try to steal the election from us.
So which ones are legal and which votes are illegal? Well, the ones that are for me are legal and the ones that are against me are from space. This is not a Cosby voice, it's a Trump voice. Both sexual misconductors. So Trump just tells them vaguely what to say, and then the news media on his side completely runs with it.
Right now, Joe Biden is pretending to be the president-elect. They know they haven't won this thing fair and square.
We here at One America News are the only ones providing truthful, accurate numbers, as we believe President Trump, as you can see, still has a chance of winning.
And anyone who says he doesn't is literally fired. And we might kill ya. This is OAN. Most of us are literal criminals.
Dominion came under heavy fire after allegations that their machines caused thousands of votes in one Michigan county to be switched from Donald Trump to Joe Biden.
The machines can be hacked. There's no question about that. Their machines can be hacked.
The president's lawyers alleging a company called Dominion, which they say started in Venezuela with Cuban money and with the assistance of Smartmatic software, a backdoor is capable of flipping votes.
We have evidence of how they flipped the votes, how it was designed to flip the votes.
God, remember her and how she, pled guilty to election interference? And you remember their big event where they thought they were having it at the Four Seasons, but it turns out they just had it in front of the Four Seasons Landscape Company? It's either cynical or it's pathological, but either way, it was wildly over the top. And that's not just me saying that. Take it from the guy who invented Fox News and in turn invented overreaching far right-wing news television.
The billionaire owner of Fox News, Rupert Murdoch, says that network host Sean Hannity and Laura Ingraham, quote, maybe went too far in pushing false claims that the 2020 election was stolen.
And he would know how far is too far because he basically had to write a nearly $1 billion check for all the lies they told on his network. So, they lie, they get caught. The Trump side has a bunch of court cases, they lose them. The news networks that told his audience the lie literally are punished in a court of law for lying to the audience. Does it matter? Do the Trump fans look at that and say, well, justice was served. My bad, I'm wrong. Turns out my guy's full of crap. What do you think? No. There was January 6th, which, by the way, Trump and his media apparatus have completely lied about so thoroughly and so often that years later, right-wingers think that the left was behind it.
Democrats were behind it all. They're the ones that caused it all.
Do you really believe that?
I know it. And there is no way that a Republican would act that way.
Yeah, and I don't have to present any evidence because I use mom voice. If I talk like in mom voice, you have to believe it. That's what I tell my kids, who will grow to resent and hate me. I love it. Everybody saw what happened. Everybody knew who was doing what. Half the Republicans in Congress basically admitted it was horrible. We have video of it. But no, someone on Fox News just said, here's something to believe that will make you feel good about your side. And suddenly the right wing's a bunch of peaceful patsies.
I think the whole reporting of it is a giant hoax. We are very peaceful people.
Yeah. Let's take a look at those peaceful people. Yeah, Trump supporters, just a bunch of little pussycats, a bunch of old sweet ladies who never say anything violent at all.
You proud of what happened here today?
Absolutely. I think we should have gone on in and yanked our senators out by the hair of the head.
So we just went through the kinds of lies that they told leading up to January 6th. And guess what? They're still telling them now. Why? Because they're gonna try it again. They're already telling viewers that if Biden wins, it's because cheating.
So how does Biden win? Republicans are talking about the potential of an election that is tampered with. Republicans are warning that there's a Biden order, executive order, which allows illegal immigrants and felons to vote.
Now, obviously, that is made up. And of all people, how is Maria Bartiromo the one making this up? She's the one who essentially got Fox News sued for all this crap in the first place. And here's what's so scary, is they have to keep outdoing themselves. They can't just tell the same lie over and over again. Listen to how pathologically twisted Laura Ingraham's argument is.
Now, all of these characters sound like people who are prepared to cheat, or at least justify cheating next year. After all, if Trump really is what they say he is, the man who will end democracy, a Hitlerian figure, then how could he possibly be allowed to be able to run for office, be approaching the White House? If they really believe what they're saying, shouldn't we expect that they'll try to defeat him or knock him off by any means necessary? They're so angry that they're prepared to break the whole system, perhaps even laying the groundwork for election interference next November, because they just don't care. It's about winning. That's all that matters.
Every accusation is an admission. Trump's the one who tried to cheat. Trump's supporters are the ones who broke into the Capitol building and tried to kill the vice president of the United States. They've been tried for those offenses. They've been convicted of those offenses. Major media organizations have had to pay huge penalties for the role they played in trying to help Trump steal the election. The Trump side is dirty, but Laura Ingraham is trying to tell you that it's actually the Democrats who are evil. At every turn, the Dems have been more than accommodating. I don't even like them that much, but they've been more than accommodating to the rule of law. Yes, Trump faces lawsuits that are going through the legal process. When it was up to Trump, didn't he just lead chants of lock her up? So with these lies working for basically the last 4 years, do you think that the Trump fans are going to be tamer next go around? The answer, again, no.
If he were to lose again, what would that mean for the country in your opinion? You mean if President Trump was to lose for the first time? He's never lost a presidential election. Well, yeah, he had a historic turnout. 81 million people have never turned out for a presidential election. You know were you up on election day? Were you up when they stopped counting, which has never happened before, until they calculated how many fake votes that were trucked in the middle of the night when they were pounding plywood over the counter windows that are mandated that you have observers, and they pounded plywood so the count couldn't be observed? But Trump still got the most votes of all time. That vegetable that was installed in the White House to be Barack Obama's third term can't fill a parking. Look at these people. That vegetable can't fill a Walmart parking lot.
And as we all know, the presidency is not decided by who gets the most votes. It's who can fill a Walmart parking lot, just like George Washington intended. Also, why all the hats? Why do you have two hats? Obviously, the one with the sparkles on it is better. Burn the pink one. Only wear sequined hats. That's my motto.